guys, welcome back to SJ Sports Podcast. It's all about Arsenal podcast, as you guys know, the viewers. Every Tuesday, bring you like an episode, which is gonna continue to the rest of the season. So I've got my man here, man like L. L, how you doing? You good?
I'm good, Sol, and you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. It's been a
Okay.
while.
Yeah, it's been a minute since our last live, innit?
Yeah, but yeah, we're just gonna go straight into it. So the topic that we want to talk about today is about Arsenal. So basically,
Mm.
we're gonna start with Champions League. Yesterday, Fabrizio just tweeted yesterday about the Champions League squad.
Yeah,
I'm sure you have seen it. So, are you happy with the players that have been selected?
those are the players we have. So if I'm with the window being closed,
Mm,
yeah, those are the players we have. So you have to be happy with it. I am happy with it.
no, that's correct. Any other players that you think they should not like? They didn't deserve to be on the squad, or
Um, because I don't think we have a big squad. Our squad is quite small.
mm,
So because of that, I do think it's reasonable because the only person I don't think that shouldn't be nowhere near the squad at the moment is
mm,
Cedric, but we've still got him around, so we can't complain about it. Yeah, but apart from that, I think El Neni is in the midfield, Jorginho and Thomas Partey, so that does indicate that Thomas Partey will be back before January. So yeah,
Boubacar, thank you for watching, man. Watching all the way from Gambia. Yeah, you're right.
yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, you're right. When I saw the squad, I was really surprised about Sadik. To be honest, I thought Sadik was already left the club. I'm actually surprised
yeah.
he still got Sadik in the football club. So he's the only one that I'm surprised seeing him like in the
But
um.
there's also gonna be a B list because I think this is the A list. So
Okay.
the B list is gonna have like a lot of under 21s that are gonna be in and around the first team. Because I think the only under 21 there is Lino Souza in the defenders.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there will be a B list as well. So I feel like this is because come January you can add to your team as well depending how you're
Yeah.
doing.
Because
So it's
Timber is out at the moment, so that's what Fabrizio says. Timber might come back depending on the injury suggestion.
yeah. So if you're thinking Timber is back around February March, you're gonna
Yeah.
include him in your second list.
Hmm.
But then that all depends like on his recovery.
Yeah. 100%. But
Yeah.
yeah. But in terms of the Champions League, where do you think we're gonna like we're gonna finish the group, and then what is your expectation in the Champions League? Where we're gonna end up? Quarterfinals,
For me,
semi-finals.
in the Champions League, get the most important thing, get out of the group. Get out of the group. We haven't been in the Champions League for a very long time.
Mm.
So, yeah, I say the most important thing, get out of the group and see where you get to after that. We can't, I don't want to set a high expectation thinking, oh, quarters, semis. When you don't get there, you just end up really disappointed.
Okay, that's fair play. So in terms of the first game, we're playing next weekend on Wednesday. PSV at
Yeah,
home.
we're playing PSV.
I think we
We
expect good
played them
play.
in the Europa League was
Yeah,
it last season when we played?
last season
Yeah,
we did.
they ripped us apart.
Yeah, they look good, but that time they used to have Gapok and this guy Xavi Simmons.
Xavi Simmons, yeah,
Xavi Simmons.
the whole summer I was obsessed with like this idea of getting Xavi Simmons because because of that game. Watched him against when they played against us, especially not the away game but the home
Mm,
game,
yeah,
mate. Yeah, him and Gakpo, they whipped us apart.
yeah. He like
They also had another player there. I forgot his name. I think it might be that he came on in the second half, didn't he? That kid at Chelsea. I forget his name. And Madueke or something. He was good
yeah,
as well when he
yeah.
came
He
on.
was there at the time, is it?
Yeah, yeah, he was
Yeah,
good when he came on.
yeah. For me, the Champions, I expect like we need to get at least 9 points because we're playing PSV and then we play
Mm.
Rennes, we play Sevilla away.
PSV,
Yeah,
Rennes, and Sevilla.
Yeah, so for me, I don't. I know Sevilla is gonna be like harder. So I still want to beat Sevilla at home or even away to get. I think we can even beat them away. Sevilla, remember Sevilla?
Yeah,
They're all good on like Europa League. They know how to play Europa League and all this, but they're not good at like when complete
in the
Champions League and
Champions
all
League.
this. Yeah, they struggle like.
Yeah, I think, like you said, we have to be get out of the group, try to win your group, so the next round is a bit more easier for you. You might get the lesser teams rather than the Bayerns and the Madrids and so on at such an early stage. And I do feel like over the years we do get very unlucky in the Champions League. As soon as we get out of group, we always win our group, and as soon as we get out of group, the next game is either Bayern. It always feels like it's Bayern we're playing anyway. We never play anyone else in the Champions League. It's always Bayern or Barcelona. You know?
Yeah, for me in the Champions League, I'm only fair to like I would say three teams. For me, it's like
Mm,
I don't really fair Bayern. I know Bayern are good, but no, I don't really fair Bayern like years ago. So it's for me, it's
mm,
like Man City, Real Madrid. These are the two teams that I'm like, if we can avoid them two teams, I think the rest will have a chance to at least play
yeah,
semi-finals, or even
yeah.
final.
There's obviously Champions League. Everybody turns up, and so there's still
Yeah,
PSG, Atletico are gonna be there. Um, there's gonna be a lot of teams. I think that Inter and or is AC in. I think Inter are there.
and there's
So
the aces there as well.
yeah, so
Only, only,
there's
only, only Juventus is not there.
all the Juventus. So there's gonna be a lot of tough games, a lot of tough games. So, but I do see like a lot of fan. We we can't go into the expectation. Well, for me anyway, I don't want to go into the expectations of the Champions League, thinking semis or quarterfinals, because it might just be a little bit too much to ask for. Yeah, trying to compete in the Premier League and also compete in the Champions League all the way to the semis. It will be challenging. It will be very challenging.
So what is the expectation then? Where do you think they're gonna quarterfinals? You happy with quarterfinals?
Um, I just want to enjoy it. I don't want to put like I just want to enjoy being back in the Champions League. If we get to the quarters, like obviously like I want to say, oh, everybody, you want your team to win the Champions League, but I don't think we're there yet. So I just want to enjoy this process and see where we are like at the end of it. And like I've told you in the last podcast, for me, every season we need to evolve and stay in the Champions League. The most important thing for Arsenal in the next 5 years is for me to just stay in the Champions League, even if you don't win the league. If you don't win the league, stay in the Champions League. That gives you a chance to attract better players and then later maybe compete to win it. Because even if you look at the cities, the Inters that were in the final last season, what they
Mm.
did consistently for the past 5 years is always be in the draw for the Champions League. Always City semi-finals twice, lost. Keep coming back, keep coming back. I think they made the final as well. They lost. So it has to come to that. You have to start competing in the Champions League, get into the semis, and then eventually win it. Because I do feel like that's one trophy that's missing from the Arsenal's cabinet is the Champions League trophy. It might because we haven't won the Premier League for nearly 20 years. That as fans we want that winning mentality back, that winning feeling back of winning the Premier League, so we can have something to brag about to other rival fans. But I do feel like as a club we need to prioritize the Champions League even higher than the Premier League. Yeah,
I've got like a question. Would you rather win the Champions League or the Premier League?
the champs, the Champions League
Yeah, I
all
think I
day.
agree
Like
with you. I agree with you. I
yeah,
want to
all
win the
day.
Champions because I'm tired of this Chelsea fans saying, "Yo, you haven't won the Champions League." United fans are saying, "You haven't won the Champions League." So I'm tired of it. I just want to win it and then show all of them that I'm
It's
on.
also it's not even about the United or Chelsea fans. For me, it's more about the caliber of the club. You understand? Arsenal is a massive club, and for if you look at some of the teams that have won the Champions League over the years, yeah, I'm sure you're gonna. I was watching the draw, there were some teams. I'm like, wow, they've won the Champions League. Some
Yeah,
small teams, and then I'm like, we've never won it. So
like
we do need to.
Porto won the
I do feel
Champions League.
like, yeah, exactly. Porto's won it. So we do
So
need to
Porto is not
compete.
is Porto is not bigger than Arsenal. So,
Yeah, so we do need
but
to
I think
compete.
with the Champions League also you need a draw. You need like sorry, what's the
Some
word?
luck.
You need luck. You need a
Yeah,
favorite draw. You need luck to go on your way to be able to win it. You
mm,
need like to be draw with teams like what City had last season. Look at what City had last season. Although they played Bayern towards the end,
yeah.
but they have like teams like what's it called, Leipzig,
But
all this.
I'm sure they played Real Madrid as well, didn't they?
Yeah, they did play Real Madrid and Bayern towards the
Yeah,
end, and they got Inter.
yeah,
But we like you need like a proper favorite draw, smaller teams, and then you can knock them out and go to the look. Before I say Man City, Inter Milan. Look at the Inter
yeah,
Milan run of games before they play Man City. Easy
yeah, yeah,
games.
yeah,
So that's why I
yeah,
always say so the Champions League you need luck to win it. For me,
yeah,
Premier League is harder than Champions League. I always say that for me.
yeah.
Premier
Over
is
20
harder
games,
to win.
yeah,
Over 20 games is harder. Champions League, you need a luck, and then luck goes in your way. You win it.
mm,
We probably haven't got that luck yet, but our time will come. I don't know when. Our time will come. But yeah, so for me, I'd rather win the Champions League right now than the Premier League.
yeah, for sure, for sure. But I don't
Yeah.
think like at this moment in time we don't have the squad to compete for to compete with in the Champions League. I don't think we do.
No, I think we do. I don't know. I think we do.
Uh,
I think we got
to
the squad.
to compete to
I think
compete
we got the
both in the
squad.
Prem, like
Yeah.
to to get to like I'm talking like getting to like the semis and the final of the Champions League. I don't think we have the squad for that,
Why
man.
not? Why not? Look at our squad. Remember, we got Timbers out, but look at our squad. We still got the squad. Maybe you might say it compared to Man City, we still haven't got the
Teams
quantum.
that are winning the Champions League for the past few seasons, Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea. I do feel that Chelsea got lucky with that one
Yeah,
though.
but you mentioned Liverpool. Liverpool haven't got the squad. Liverpool's squad
Now
was
they
not
don't
big
now,
enough. It was
now
not
they
big
don't
enough.
have the squad,
Not even
but
back
they
then.
had but they had players that were consistent for the
This
whole
is it.
season.
That's why I
You
said you
understand?
don't need a bigger squad. You
Yeah,
need a consistent.
yeah,
You need
that's
a
true as
consistent.
well because but look at us as Arsenal fans. We talk about players that are playing like over 50 games, over 60 games a season. Yeah. Mohamed Salah that season played, I don't know, I think he featured every single game for them in the
Yeah,
Premier League and also in the
and he was
Champions
not.
League.
He was unlucky. He was not having injuries or something.
Yeah,
He was playing
so
every single game. So you need that
every
as well.
single game. Yeah, but look at that now. Saka's playing every single game, and Arsenal fans were like, "Oh, what? He needs to be rested." You understand? So it's like there is when you get to the big boys, there is that element of competition. You have to be there, like ruthlessly.
Yeah,
Look at Ronaldo.
I remember they asked this question to Arteta one of his press conference saying, "Oh, there's a lot of pressure on Saka. Why are you playing Saka every game?" He said, "The best players wants to play every game. The
Yeah,
best player
I agree
on
with that.
big moments.
Yeah,
You cannot pick and choose which games to play and which games to rest.
yeah, I
And I
agree with
understand.
that.
But I also agree that I think Saka needs some at least. I think because you mentioned Saka now, we're gonna touch on Saka now. Because what happened is, look at the games that he's been playing. He's been playing too many games, and even in England, the other day I was
Yeah,
watching it.
but this is
He
the
played
thing. So
nearly
like
he played nearly 80 minutes.
for world class
So, I mean,
players, this is the thing. World class players play week in, week out. Yeah,
100%.
if yeah, we're looking at Saka. Saka is a good player, in it, but he's not world class.
No, not yet.
Yeah, he's not world class. So the next level for him is world class. Him and Martinelli and Odegaard. And if we're talking about winning the Champions League with a small squad, yeah, most of our starting 11 have to be world class. You understand? So that will involve play world class for me is not just like scoring goals. It's like you have to be available most of the time for the you can't miss like half of the season. Like that's my opinion on the whole thing. I do feel like for us to win the Champions League, we're gonna have to be ruthless. As fans, we're gonna become have to become ruthless and look at our players. Like we should demand more from them.
Mm.
You understand? Like not just be happy Saka performed well this week. I remember when Salah was on form. Every other week when Liverpool were on fire, I'm looking at it. Salah scored a hat trick. Every other two games, Salah scored a hat trick. Or Salah
Yeah, but
scored two goals.
I
Oh,
think
he's
I think with Saka and compared to Saka and Salah, it's like
yeah,
Salah was not playing a lot of games when he was at Saka's age. 100 agree or not? He was
yeah.
not.
I agree. No, I
Yeah.
agree with that.
So probably
I'm not
people are feeling like they have to overprotect Saka because of he's young and he's
because of
playing
his
too
age,
many
but
games.
the
And
younger you are, the younger you are, the more fit, the fitter you are.
the more
So
experience you.
yeah, so as he becomes more experienced, I'm just saying like for us not to get into this mentality of like, oh, he needs to be rested. I understand he needs to be rested sometimes. When you're winning, when he's come on, he scored a hat trick, you're winning a game 3-0, 4-0, you can hook him off. You can take him off, no problem. But he has to get used to that pressure now. And the same for Martinelli, not just for Saka, same for Martinelli, because in my opinion, Martinelli is as good as Saka and Odegaard. So they have to become of that level, like to go for us to go to the next level. I'm about talk about within the Champions League in the next 3 to 5 years. Because if you look at the next 3 years, in the next 5 years, Saka will be what 27, 28.
Yeah.
Martin, yeah, Odegaard will be 30. So I'm not talking about now. I'm thinking like we should be in that mentality now for the next 3 to 5 years. Be like, okay, this is what we expect of Saka, and not get into that protective mode already over the player.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah, but would you start him on Saturday against Everton?
of
Sorry, on
course, man.
Sunday. We're
Of
playing
course,
Sunday. Away to
of
Everton.
course, of course. Like
4:30.
yeah, of course. Like you have to start your best. You have to start your best team. If you're talking about competing for the league, you have to start your best. It's like City resting Haaland. Yeah,
Mm.
it wouldn't make sense. Like it doesn't make sense unless he's got an injury problem or he's not fully fit. You should start him.
Yeah, for me, like I have to see and like how to call it. If he's gonna start today for England, if he doesn't start, then I'll probably play him on Saturday. But if he does start and play like the 60, 70 minutes here, then I'll probably have to give him a rest against Everton
Nah,
in the
so,
second half. Because you know what happened here? You know what happened? We're playing Wednesday. We're playing Champions League. Then I'll start in the Champions League. Yeah, I'll play Reasoners or I'll play Fabio Vieira or Trossard. Give him a rest. Second half,
yeah,
he'll come up. Second half, and then come and give him another 45 minutes, and then he'll be ready fresh for the Champions League game. And then everybody will look forward to that. But depending on the manager, we're not the manager, is it? So the manager will
yes.
decide what
It,
to
we-
do.
we're just fans sharing our opinions, right?
Yeah,
Like ideally you could start him, yeah, you can rest him, but for me I would start him because I want Saka to start feeling that pressure, that responsibility now. Like he looks like somebody who is mature enough to handle the pressure anyway after what happened with England and what happened with last season and the season before when we didn't finish fifth, when we didn't finish fourth, we finished fifth. So the best way for me for players to have that like resilience in them, yeah, is to always be under pressure. They have to feel the pressure themselves. You understand? Like Declan Rice when he came out and said, "Listen, like the price tag was not the pressure. The pressure I was putting on is myself. How to adapt, how to get used to the people. You know what I mean? Like the
mm,
style of play, learning every day. So that pressure has to come from the player. Yeah, to go world class, you have to put that pressure on yourself. So that's my opinion of the whole Saka getting rested or not getting rested. I do understand like when you see him play for England and then coming back to Arsenal, but this is what's expected of world class players. You know, like Partey and Salah will go to the African Cup of Nation. Soon as they come back, they're in the next game because these are your best players. Like these are your best assets. You can't just rest them.
100% agree.
Yeah.
The other player we're gonna touch on is your player, Kai Havertz.
Yeah, I had. I like how you labeled Kai as my player now. Is
Because yeah, because you back him so much. But
no,
anyway, fair play.
I'm
I
backing
have
the
I
team.
have I have a different opinion
I
with
know
you
you
anyway.
have a
With
different
Kai Havertz.
opinion of Kai, and that's
Yeah, but
fine. Like
do you think he should start?
yeah,
Like
on
comparing his
against Everton,
either.
def
Hmm.
100% because I look at our squad and I look at the dynamics of our squad. Yeah, Kai Everton are a very physical team. Yeah, I'm not comfortable putting Vieira in that
Hmm.
middle with Onana, Idrissa Gay, and I think who's the other guy?
Dokore,
What's his name?
Abdullah.
Dakore. Yeah, Abdullah Dakore. I'm not comfortable with that. Yeah, with Kai
What
Havertz,
what
he
do you
will
think?
offer you.
Do you think Kai Havertz is physical enough?
Yeah, Kai. If you watch Kai, you will see he goes into challenges. He's not someone that backs down. I do feel like we have this wrong assumption of Kai. Kai is very physical for me. Like if you look at our stats, like the person who's winning the most duels, Kai is up there. Yeah, he might be missing the chances now, but if you look at the stats, he's up there as the most duel winning midfielder in our squad. So like I wouldn't be comfortable putting Vieira in that midfield. I would definitely start Kai, and I do feel, and I do hope anyway. Like I'm hoping that he comes good, and all these words I've been defending him doesn't come and bite me in the back.
For me, I think it's about time. It is this game. All I'm doing this game. I'm watching Kai Havertz.
Yeah, I
So
think he will start. I
I
think he
expect
will
a lot.
start.
I expect. Even for me, like if he doesn't start, it doesn't bother me because I feel like the manager has given him chances enough to prove
Yeah,
himself. But there's still more games to go, so he can
yeah,
still improve.
I think he will start.
I know the manager will start him. I know the manager will
Mm,
start because I watched their game against Germany versus Japan. They
mm.
get destroyed by Japan, man, 4-1.
Yeah, Tomiyasu
And
had
the
a good game.
Yeah,
Tomiyasu had a good game. Yeah, he had a good game.
he did. And this guy,
Mm,
Matoma as well. Matoma,
mm,
that guy is a baller. He plays
yeah.
very well,
Mm.
So the question I want to ask again is, would you keep the same starting 11 that plays against Manu?
Who did we have? Obviously, Gabriel was back in the squad. The
If
normal
everyone is
back
fit,
four.
if
Yeah,
everyone
the
is fit,
normal back four is Zinchenko. I do have a sneaky feeling this guy might start Raya. I don't know
yeah,
why. Like, I do see
I,
a lot of that rumors online
I
as
had, a,
well.
I had, a, I've seen the rumors as well. I've seen
Yeah,
the,
I do just have a sneaky feeling he might start everywhere, but you never know. And midfield, Odegaard, Rice, and Havertz.
double
Up
layer.
front, yeah, up front, Martinelli. I think Jesus will start this game.
Do you think Jesus will start?
Yeah, I think Jesus will start this game.
To be honest, I'll rather, how to call it? I'll keep Eddie in the team for now, and Jesus coming second half.
Yeah, you could, and Saka on the right hand side. I ideally, I'll keep giving Eddie his chances, but I do feel like when Jesus came on against United,
You
you
look
could see
sharp.
that, yeah, he looked very
Yeah.
sharp. You understand? And I don't. Obviously, if it doesn't work, you hamper Eddie's confidence a little bit. But if it works, wow, like you have nothing to complain about. Eddie just has to take responsibility. But the whole idea of just benching Eddie for Jesus now because he's not good enough, I don't feel like that's the argument there no more. I feel like Eddie has shown he's good enough even when Jesus is fit to start. So either one of the strikers can
and
start.
and and, and we need a competition anyway. We need a
Yeah,
competition. To be
exactly.
honest,
So
for me, Eddie was not playing bad. He is playing good until his.
eh,
I think like even on Sunday's game,
mm,
Eddie should start ahead of Jesus for me personally. I
yeah,
think
I
Eddie.
do feel the only thing with Eddie against United, I feel like he's not his fitness levels. I question his fitness levels. Like at the 60th, 70th minute, he looked tired.
Yeah, because you know what, he's been pressing so hard since first half. He's been closing down. So
Yeah,
you can only close down for just number of time. You,
yeah,
you
he
can't
he looked
exhaust.
he looked
Like
he looked
mm,
tired like in the second half. But it's like every time I watch Gabriel Jesus, that guy will play to the 110 minute, like the same way of playing, tracking back. You know what I mean? Because that's how he plays. But Eddie, like you're asking Eddie to do something different to his normal way of playing. Because Eddie is like he's a poacher. He likes to be in the box. You understand? So all these other things you ask him to do, the dynamics you're adding to his game, which is good for him, like which is good for him to develop as a player. Yeah, but yeah, I
yeah,
do feel like
you mentioned about
go.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Do you think he's gonna score more than the goals that he scored last season? He scored what last season? 13 to 14?
11, I think he scored 11 last season, didn't
11, yeah, sorry, 11. 11 to
he?
12, I
Yeah,
think. Yeah.
yeah. I think in the
Do you
league
think,
he scored 11,
do you think he will
but
get more than that this season?
eh, yeah, if he stays fit, I think Jesus can give you about 20 goals this season. That's what I expect of him. If he can give you 20, Eddie gives you another 15 and 20. Yeah, your your two strikers giving you 35, 40 goals. That's basically what Haaland is doing at City. And if your wingers can contribute in towards that, what Martinelli and Saka did, I do feel they need to keep that up. And Odegaard, and it's good like they've already started scoring goals, especially Odegaard. He scored two already, one pen and one against United. And it's
Yeah.
like this is the goals that you might not realize it, and these are games we've won, by the way, that start to add up. They start to add up. By the time you're halfway through the season, they might be on like 9, 10 goals, and near the end of the push, they might get the extra five, which is always good for the point tally at the end of the season or the
I
goal
think for me,
difference.
the key point for Jesus is he needs to stay fit in it. If he stays fit, and
Yeah,
he have a
he will
chance to
score
score that.
goals.
Yeah,
He will
but
score goals because
if he's not gonna stay fit, then there's a question where the question mark
yeah,
is.
because
But
there's that.
hopefully,
Go
yeah, I'm saying hopefully, he's gonna stay fit until the rest of the season. Then he will
yeah,
score more goals for us. And the good thing about Jesus as well, he can assist. Not only scoring goals,
yeah.
he can assist. He
You can
can
assist
dribble
goals as well.
past players and all this. He can turn. He's
Yeah,
physical.
yeah. That's the dynamic I like about Jesus because he's not as selfish as Eddie. Sometimes Eddie is very selfish in the box, and I'm
Mm.
like, you could have just squared that, and we would have got a goal. The team would have got a goal, and it would have been like better for everybody. As a fan, that I want us to win. I don't care who scores goals like as much. Yeah, obviously we all have individual players we like, but if let's say Saka is free in the middle and Eddie's got a tight space on the left hand side, he's trying to squeeze it in,
Yeah.
you want him to square that ball. You understand? Because at the end of the day, if it's 2-2, you will remember that chance like Eddie could have given to make it 3-2 and you would have won the game, and that's 3 points. And in this league, 3 points and one
Yeah,
point is a
I think
big.
there's a question mark for Eddie. He needs to be at least a bit clinical.
Yeah, he needs to
He
add
needs
that
to
to
be
his
bit,
game,
yeah,
innit?
he needs to because if not,
He
that's a different. When Jesus comes back, he starts straight away because of Jesus. Although some people
yeah,
say Jesus will miss big chances, but 99%, Jesus will bear
he
those
scores.
chances.
Yeah, he
Yeah, so
scores. It's
that's
like
why the difference between him and Eddie. But Eddie's still learning, and I'm really impressed with Eddie from
yeah.
since towards the end of last season and this season. He's starting well. So
So I want to ask you a question. So obviously, in our next five before the next international break, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
we've got Everton, Tottenham, um, Brentford. That's the Carabao Cup. Uh, Bournemouth. I think we got City as well. Yeah, we got City
yeah, we got City. Yeah.
and Chelsea. So how many points you want from that? I feel like looking at the features. This is one of our toughest one. Everton, 3 points. Tottenham at home, I have to say 3 points. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought now we have to win. I
Yeah.
know it's tough game.
Bournemouth.
It's three
Yeah.
points. Bournemouth 3 points.
Bournemouth away.
Yeah.
Yeah. City at home.
City at home, I expect us to beat City. I know City is a tough game, and we have our record against City is not been great either. But I expect our this record to be broken this time around. I expect us to beat City, especially at home.
I think that's
So
more of a hope.
I'll take a draw. But no, but we know we have to show them this season we are back, and we are back to challenging them. Like we have to
And
just
Chelsea.
collect points, and
Okay.
then Chelsea.
Yeah.
Where's Chelsea? Away.
Away. Yeah. Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, they're not the same Chelsea still. I still expect to go there. Tough game. I expect them to go
Yeah.
there and collect 3 points. If it's not three
I,
points, they a draw. But 3 points is going to be massive for us.
like realistically, I feel like from that run, if you can get 10 points,
Mm.
it's good. Like if you can get 10 points, losing one to City.
Now is the best
Yeah.
time to play Chelsea anyway because they don't have a
Yeah.
goal scorer. They have struggled to score.
Losing.
They play well, but they don't score.
Yeah, if you lose one to City and draw against Chelsea, that's 10 points. Yeah.
Mm.
If you manage to beat Chelsea and lose to City, that's 12 points. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's a tough one. The City one is a tough one
But
because we haven't beat.
no, City one is tough one. But that's why
Mm,
I want us to beat because if we cannot beat City, to be honest, yeah, they're gonna
mm,
win the league again this year. Because if we cannot beat City at home, there's no way we're gonna beat them away. Our away
yeah.
record against City side away at the Etihad
Mm.
is very poor. So at home, I expect us to beat City if we want to
No,
win
I
this
think
league this
I
season.
do you know what? Do you know every season? Yeah, like for the past few seasons,
Fox is
I get
asking
my
who
hope up.
Fox is
I get
asking
my
who is
hope
this
up.
boy? That's L Fox. That's Lam in
I
the
get
middle. Go on, no,
I
sorry.
get my hope. Yeah, I get my hopes up. Like, oh, we're gonna win, we're gonna win, we're gonna win, we're gonna win against City, and then we go, they thump us 5-0 or thump us
Yeah.
3-0. And this season, I don't like, as much as I'm optimistic, yeah,
Mm.
I don't think we're at City's level.
No, no, not
Yeah,
yet. Not
yeah,
yet. But I still expect to. We have to beat them at home. I'm saying
I
like,
think they'll be,
if
I
we
think
want
they'll
to
beat
win the
us
league,
both. Yeah,
nah. If they beat us both, they're gonna win the league.
I think they'll beat us
Facts.
both home and away. Like City, just they know City know, unless Arsenal change something in their mentality wise, yeah, it's City know how to beat Arsenal. Yeah, every single season I watch it and over. It's the same script over and over again. Score one, we get rattled, and then that's it. Yeah, the best performance I see was against City, and they ended up winning when Rodri scored that last minute goal. I think that was 2 seasons ago when Arteta had COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, but even that, we were in the game for like 70, 80 minutes, and then boom, we literally crumble. And this is one of our most experienced players in Granit Xhaka committing that foul by on Bernardo Silva at the edge of the box. You understand? So yeah, for me, I feel City beat us both home and away. Chelsea, you know what? Chelsea fans are all deflated and thinking, "Oh, we're not good enough," blah blah blah. I think Chelsea are a danger. Like I do think Chelsea have a very good squad. Yeah, they
Yeah,
have
they do.
youngsters. Yeah, they have youngsters that have not gelled yet, but to me they have a very good squad. And going to Stamford Bridge against Arsenal, if they've had like as a bad of a run as they've been
And
having on the in
a
the beginning of
London,
the
it's
season,
a London derby as well.
it's a London derby. I expect Chelsea to turn up.
Yeah, they will.
You
I'm
understand?
sure they will
Yeah,
turn up.
I expect Chelsea to turn up. So even if you walk a win, it's a massive, massive bonus. If you walk out there with with a point, I'm good for that. Like I'm good for that. As much as I put Arsenal finishing second in it, so I do. For me, the whole season is about challenging again for the title, not as much as not about winning the title as much. Yeah, because I expect City to slip up or in other places. Yeah, and I do
Mm.
feel like that's how we win the league, not by us beating
That's
them
why.
both home and
That's why
away.
I want. That's why I said to you, we need to win. We need to beat City at home, and then
Of course,
expect them to drop points somewhere else. But if we
yeah. So
expect City to come to the Emirates and beat us both home and away, then for me, I don't see anywhere else they're gonna drop points. To be honest with you, I don't see anywhere
yeah,
because City. Yes, sometimes they play against United. It's a tough game. It's a derby. But 99% they smoke United. They smoke them. So
yeah. Last
apart
season
from
United got
Arsenal,
lucky.
yeah, exactly. Apart from Arsenal, I don't see any other team that will stop City right now in the
You
league.
don't think Liverpool
Maybe
can beat them?
probably Liverpool. Even this Liverpool side defensively, they're poor. So I
Yeah.
cannot even base. We got a better defense than Liverpool right now.
But
You know,
my whole problem with City, I know like if we turn up on a good day, we can beat them, yeah. But you need to know how to play City. Yeah. If you
and
look at how Brentford,
that's the manager's job to
that
sort that out.
exactly, that's what I'm about to get onto. Like Arteta has to figure it out now. Yeah, against City, against United away. Yeah, he needs to be like and this game as well next on the weekend against Everton because he's not we've not won there I think for 6 years.
Our record.
That is
I
yeah,
was
that
gonna.
is shocking.
I was gonna come to that anyway.
Yeah,
Our record.
that is
Our record.
shocking. So he
Our record
needs to
away to
find the
Goodison.
way.
Our
It's
record
terrible.
away to Goodison Park is
Yeah.
worse. You know what? I've never expected this record, how bad the record is, but I expect this record to be like this month to this Sunday. I expect us to go there, put a
Yeah.
big performance, beat Everton. That's because
Yeah.
this Everton side, they are not great. They only collect 1 point out of
Yeah.
4 games. 1 point.
Yeah,
So if
but last
Arteta
season,
cannot go
remember
away.
we,
No. I know what happened last season. I know.
yeah,
I know,
yeah,
but I'm not talking about last. This season we have the squad. Last season maybe the manager might have excuses saying, "Oh, I don't have the team, I don't have the players." But this season, I expect us to go to Goodison Park and walk the floor. If we don't
yeah,
win to Everton, if we go to Everton and lose, then we don't
mm,
deserve to win the league one. To be honest with you, not this Everton side,
yeah.
But all I want to
Last
say,
three games.
yeah, how to call it? The other thing, because of we're not gonna be on the live stream until our podcast again Tuesday.
Mm,
So Probably, give us your predictions for the Everton game before we go.
Um, I'll go 2-1 Arsenal.
Yeah,
Yeah, 2-1 Arsenal.
I'll go 3-1. I'll go 3-1 Arsenal. Who do you think is going to score?
Um, Saka, I think Saka is due his goal now. Saka, and I wanted to say Martinelli, but deep down I think it'll be Eddie.
Mm.
Yeah, I think it'll be Eddie because last season Eddie missed that sitter right at the last minute to beat for us to would have got something out of Everton that game. I do feel like that game might be playing on his mind a little bit. So I would say Saka and Eddie.
I said what? I said 3-1 in it.
Yeah,
I'll go for it. I'll go Eddie Jesus and then Saka.
Eddie and
Eddie
Jesus.
Jesus, Saka. Yeah, I'll go for 3 because I predicted 3-1.
3-1,
But
yeah.
I'm sure we're gonna have you on Thursday. Our rival stream, our
Yeah,
rival podcast.
yeah,
Okay, so what we'll do, guys, viewers, if you haven't watched our podcast every Thursday, we're gonna check it out. And then we got one coming on Thursday. So make sure you tune out. And then please, do subscribe, comment and like. And we're here for you guys, and share the
yeah,
video as well.
yeah.
So we'll be back on Thursday, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your time. So
No worries. Thank you so much. Later.
later, nice chatting to you.